First, let's welcome Dr. Paul Whitesides and nurse practitioner Ginny Czimber of Novant Health Endocrinology. Well, welcome to the show today, Ginny and Dr. Whitesides. It's such a pleasure to see both of you.
We're very happy to be here.
It's fun to be here.
Good, because I'm really interested in the new practice, so this is really exciting. So Ginny, I know a lot of our viewers probably know you from your time here at Novant Health Family and Internal Medicine in South Brunswick. So, but there may be somebody out there who hasn't met you yet, so tell us a little bit about your education and your background.
Okay, I've spent 30 years as a nurse, the last 10 as a nurse practitioner. I got my bachelor's and master's degrees from Stony Brook University in New York. When I got my NP license, I immediately went to work with Dr. Whitesides at Hanover Medical Specialist, which later became Wilmington Health Endocrinology, and moved to Novant in 2013.
So the vast majority of your experience has been in endocrinology, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, you must really like it.
I do, I love it.
And Dr. Whitesides, I know you're a familiar face around here. You've been in practice many, many years. And tell us a little bit about your education and your background.
Yeah, so I've been here 35 years.
And you guys work together, right?
That's right, for a good many years.
Yeah.
But I went to college at Duke, and then
Just Duke, huh?
yeah, had a hard time getting through that first year. But after that, I went to medical school in Charleston, and then did my internal medicine residency at MCV, in Richmond, Virginia. Then came back to Duke to do my endocrinology fellowship. Then my wife and I just came down here and set up a practice in 1982.
Wow. And you were recently retired, I understand, and now you're back sort of part-time.
Yeah, I took a little sabbatical for a while. Well, enjoyed that immensely, but yeah, I'm having fun, getting back in the saddle.
I'm curious, what actually drew you to endocrinology in the beginning?
Yeah. I was a chemistry major in college, and so I tried to find some field that was kind of close to that, and endocrine was about the closest thing. And plus I had some really good professors when I was a resident in Richmond. They kind of, pointing me that way as well.
Yeah. Well, you must really enjoy it because you've done it for quite a while, and now you're sort of back in the saddle, as you say.
Yeah.
So that's great. Well, we're really excited here locally about the opening of the Novant Health Endocrinology. So Ginny, tell us a little bit about the clinic, where it's located, and the hours of operation.
The clinic is located at 75 Emerson Bay Drive in Suite 102. We're sharing space with Internal and Family Medicine of South Brunswick. The clinic is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 Monday through Thursday, and 8 to 12 on Friday.
Great. But I hear that you're going to be moving in not too distant future to a location in Supply. I think that's sometime this winter, perhaps?
Hopefully at the end of the year we'll be moving down to a more central location so that it's easier for our patients from all areas of Brunswick County to access the clinic.
I'm curious, how far away do you attract patients? I mean, do you attract them from Leland all the way down to Calabash, or?
I have some down in several from Leland. The majority of them are either central Brunswick or south.
So by putting it more centrally located, it will be more convenient to all of them. Is that correct? Well, when most of us think of endocrinology, I think we often think about diabetes management. So, Dr. Whiteside, is that one of the main services that you provide at the clinic?
Yeah, certainly. I suspect probably over half the practice is diabetes, probably approaches 70% or so.
Really?
Yeah, so it's a very large part.
Well, for patients with diabetes, what types of care would you perform for them?
We pretty much provide their whole, diabetes care,
and what does that consist of?
Well, certainly basically there are two types. So you have type 1 diabetics who they don't make any insulin, so they're very tricky. So you have to manage their insulin. Those are the ones that sometimes need pump sensors, and that's where the technology comes into play. And then you have your type 2s. These are the old adult onset usually make a little bit of insulin, but not enough. And that's where, and the medications we have for them are expanding and getting very
Every day.
complex. Plus, there's a lot of other behavioral things you have to work on and with them.
So type 2 is adult onset.
Correct.
Does it ever escalate to type 1?
There's the reason they changed it from adult and juvenile was that some adults, I think 10% get type 1. So that's why they shifted it to type 1 and type 2.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
For me, it's a little complicated. I don't quite understand.
Yeah, so some
them.
people who look like they're type 2s actually can progress on to type 1 where they don't make any insulin.
I know I have a friend that has a pump, and that's been like a lifesaver to them because it's just so much easier for them to control. Well, Ginny, I know that endocrinology encompasses many other conditions as well. So tell me about some of the other treatments or services that are provided there at the clinic.
Besides diabetes, we also manage thyroid problems, parathyroid problems, osteoporosis, obesity, and adrenal gland problems.
Wow, that's a lot of other things. And are those pretty much typically managed by medication and just a change in behaviors and things like that?
Yeah, many of them are closely followed by lab work.
Okay. And do you have an on-site lab at the office?
We currently have an on-site lab, yes.
And do you intend for that to be at the new facility when it opens up this winter?
I think that will depend on the need. If we have enough need, then yes, we would probably have a draw center there.
Well, let's talk about how you get an appointment and referrals and stuff like that. So would I need a referral to come to you?
Yes, you definitely need a referral to come to us. Typically, primary care providers will send a referral for endocrinology consult, and that's taken care of by our referral center.
The centralized referral center. So what if you have a physician that's not part of the Novant Health family? How do they make a referral?
They can fax us a referral or call the office and ask for a referral at that point.
Are you currently taking new patients?
Yes.
Yes. And how might we do that? How might we make an appointment?
You'd need a referral first.
Okay. And do they make the appointment, or does the patient have to call the office and do that?
No, our office will follow up with the patient to
I
schedule
see.
an appointment.
I see. Okay. That's great information. Well, before we wrap up, what would you like to say to our viewers out there who might be thinking they might need an endocrinologist?
If you think you need an endocrinologist, then talk to your primary care provider. You are part of your healthcare team and have an equal voice, and just request that you have a consultation. If you get to us and we feel as though you're well managed by your primary care provider,
So you might
we'll send you back.
I see. So you still maintain that relationship with your primary care then?
Absolutely.
Yeah, great. Well, this has been great information. It's wonderful for Brunswick County, and we've been too long without an endocrinologist. Thank you for coming out of retirement and joining Novant Health. That's awesome. And thank you, Ginny, for everything you've done over these last few years for us. You've been a great plus for us. So
Thank you.
thanks again for being here today.
Thanks for having
Thank
us.
you.